Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today I want to ask, what do our thoughts, our words, and our emotions have in common? And what they have in common is that they're all creative. We think in pictures. So when we have a thought, we have a picture, a mental picture of what we're thinking about. So for example, we say, I want to go to the beach. An image of a beach comes into our mind. Well, the words that we use create an emotion for us. And the emotions that we have create either motivation or lack thereof. In other words, well, let's say if we're feeling happy and joyous, we're more likely to want to go out and do fun things and so forth. And if we're feeling depressed, we're not going to want to leave the seat that we're sitting on, right? So all of them are creating. So we want to be mindful of that, right? Because it creates an experience for us. And we can't stop certain things from happening, but how we experience things and how much stress we experience something, that we can affect, right? Through our thoughts, our words, and our emotions. So, for example, my two youngest daughters and myself have COVID now. And when I have felt a symptom, right, of COVID or symptom that's COVID related, I've had to A, surrender to it and go into a full out panic, or remind myself, right, that things are going to come full circle and have the faith in the knowing that I will get through this. But either one, right, is going to create something. In other words, either way that I choose is going to create something. So if I go into a panic, that's going to create something for me. It's going to create more intense symptoms. And if I go into faith, it's going to create more manageable symptoms. This is not about stopping, let's say, an experience, but it's about how we feel in that experience and how we are able to support ourselves emotionally so that we can function, right? And keep on going, because sometimes other people are relying on us. Like I said, my children have it as well, so I have to be there for them. But if I'm feeling, right, some yucky symptoms inside, how do I bring myself to be able to care for my kids? So, and how I do it is by keeping myself grounded. And I've been meditating, because when I meditate, I feel a calmness, a mental calmness that then I also feel in my body. But I'm also having thoughts, right, that are reminding me that this is going to come full circle, right? That I will get through this. Why am I reminding myself of that? Because that's what I want to experience, right? Obviously, I know there's no guarantees. I mean, we hear the horror stories and how much, it's so different for everybody, right? How these symptoms play themselves out. And we don't necessarily control that piece, but I want to remind myself, right, that what I want to experience, which is that I want this to come full circle. So I'm going to remind myself, right, that usually, right, things come around. And when I speak words of faith, when I affirm them, right, and I say, thank you, God, for healing my body, right, then what am I saying? I'm saying, right, thank you, God, for healing my body. And I am envisioning, right, I'm creating a mental picture of my body healthy again, because that's what I want to see. I don't want to see myself, right, feeling worse or feeling yucky. I want to see myself feeling good. So then I have to speak the words that bring the mental pictures into my mind of how I want to feel, right? So it's not about ignoring something. It's about understanding that, yes, it's there, but I understand that this is already in motion for me, right? My healing, because this is what I expect. Now, that doesn't have to be the outcome, right? If this is meant to be the end of my journey, then that's what it is. I don't have control over that. But what I do have control over is how I can create in my mind mental pictures of what I want to experience. And then I let go and let God, because it's always a wing and a prayer. I don't have any power over the outcome. The ultimate outcome, I only have power over what I choose to say, what I choose to think, and how I feel about it. In other words, if I go into a panic that this is, oh my God, the worst thing that is happening, and that the worst thing is going to happen, then I'm going to stress myself out. Maybe the worst thing may not happen, but I'm still going to be more stressed out in the process. So even though the worst thing didn't happen, I was so stressed out that it made me feel even that much more yuckier. And I don't want to feel that much more yuckier because I want to be there for my kids, right? They need my support. And in order for me to be able to be there for them, then I need to be in the best shape that I can be in. And in order to be in the best shape, I want to remind myself, right, that the healing is already happening. And I'm thanking, right, God, the universe, that this is already taking place, and my mind is already imagining myself healthy. When I see my kids there, vomiting and nauseous, I rub their back. And then, right, I say, thank you, God, right, for restoring her health. That's it. I'm reminding myself, right, that when they're healthy, they're very happy and they're running around and there's a lot of laughter. And so that's what I'm bringing back to my mind, because that's what I want to see. Now, I don't control the outcome, like I said, the ultimate outcome. But if this is what I want to see for my kids, again, then this is what I want to focus on. It gives me hope. It gives them hope. It gives us strength. And it gives us the courage to be able to get through this moment in time. That's it, because ultimately we don't control the ultimate outcome, but we do control, right, how we experience this moment in time and how we create for ourselves as we're going through it. So I hope that helps. But before I end, I'm going to pick a word from my bag of words and see what else I'm inspired to share. Okay. Oh, I got one word and I got pride. Oh, interesting. Pride. So pride. I think it's off the top of my head. I'm like, really, pride? So yes, pride. That's what I got. So that's what I'm going to use. Pride. It's like, pride can help us and pride can hurt us, right? If we have too much pride, it can hurt us. But if we don't have enough of it, right, then sometimes we don't have that motivation to go for it, right, and to do something. So we want to be able to find a balance, right, even in pride, and we want to be able to feel a sense of pride in what we're able to do for ourselves. Like I said, we don't have the power to change ultimate outcomes, right? None of us get out of here alive. We're not stopping things like that. But we want to feel pride in what we are able to do for ourselves and what we choose to do for ourselves and how we choose to create the best experiences that we can for ourselves. None of us are walking in water. What I'm talking about here is not something that has come so easy for me. I had to have worked, I've had worked very hard to bring myself to this moment in time, right? To bring myself to this place where I can have a symptom and have an experience and I go into a panic. It's not what I was taught early on in life. It's what I taught myself as I've gone through life. So yes, I have pride in that, and I have pride in knowing that I can create certain experiences for myself, that I can balance my emotions through focusing my mind, that I have the ability, right, to commit to creating better for myself, not from stopping life from happening, but to create better for myself and to keep my spirit up, even at my hardest moments, so that I can get through it as best as I can and feeling as good as I can. But it starts, right, with what we're saying to ourselves and the mental pictures that we're creating for ourselves, because it's impacting the emotions. And having pride in the commitment that I've created for myself, right? And the commitment that you're putting forth and doing the best that you can for yourself is really important, and not beating yourself up. A lot of times we have all our great intentions and we start off really good, and then things get hard and we get like, we feel like we've gone a couple of steps backwards. That's okay, because that's part of life. I've been through that many times myself. So we are all doing the best that we can. Not only with illness, but with anything, with any relationship or financial situations and so forth. And so what we want to do, right, is be gentle with ourselves and have pride for what we have been able to accomplish, and remember that we have the ability to continue to learn, to grow, and to practice, and to get back up again and keep on going at it until we get better and better at something, and we create the experiences that allow us to have more peace, whether it be physical peace or emotional peace or financial peace and so forth, that we be able to create that for ourselves. So I wish you guys all the best. And I am grateful that I am feeling better. And yeah, if this video helped you in some way, please give it a like and a thumbs up. And have a beautiful day. Bye for now.